When you have a mission, a desire, when you understand your purpose, or you just simply want to manifest and achieve something, the hardest thing about doing so is your ability to be patient with the process, to be patient with the techniques, learning the process, learning the skills, learning how to listen to yourself, how to be led by consciousness, and how to manage your ego. The hardest part of manifestation is the patience and understanding that though we understand time as an illusion, time is still a factor. And so what I want to share with you, a very simple, mindful practice on how to be patient with the process of materializing and manifesting the thing that you desire. When we think about the thing that you desire, often I know what comes up for me is a sense of anxiety, a sense of urgency, and intensity of emotions, which can range from excitement, which can range from being happy, being slightly fulfilled, right? Because even the imagining of that thing creates a sense of completion, right? That you are fulfilling your purpose. But sometimes it can manifest emotions of anxiety, maybe even depression for some people, because you instantly realize you don't have it. And this is where we get into the difference between wanting something and desiring something. Because even in those words, though they are similar, and some people can say that it is semantics to think of them as different, they still will hold a different energy. Because when somebody says, I want something, there tends to be an element of, or characteristics or essence of lack. But when you say something like you desire something, or you have decided to create something, then that holds a different spirit in itself, a spirit of recognizing your divinity and recognizing that this is something that is meant for you and that you're secure and clear as to what it is and why it is meant for you to have it in the first place. But on the journey, many times when we are going on the path and we are doing the things that we know are in alignment with creating the thing that you desire, there often comes complications, obstacles, challenges, which we know really are lessons to get you prepared and ready for the materialization of that thing and what it takes to not only attract the thing, but to keep it. And so, though many times you have to be reminded about the essence of these lessons, it is the ability to be patient with yourself is indicative of your ability to practice gratitude. What I mean by that is when you are in a space where you desire something and it kind of leans into this essence of wanting something and you're starting to feel anxiety, you're starting to feel an intense feeling of lack, right? Because you obviously don't have it yet, right? You're obviously not aligned with that yet. Your frequency doesn't match that thing quite yet. Though you are tuning in, right? You're fine tuning that dial and you're slowly getting that station, right? What you must do at that point is instead of focusing so much on what you want, you have to lean more into what you have. This is what I mean by gratitude. Because when you are focusing on what you want, when you're focusing on what you desire, there tends to be an element of lack that the ego will whisper to you, will speak to you. Okay. Even when you are somebody who does well with managing your ego, it will come up instantly, right? For a second at least. And then you have to figure out or use whatever skills or techniques or methods that you have developed for yourself to really calm down that egotistical spirit or characteristics within you. And so when you figure that out, you have to really, the best way to do so is to go into what it is that you already have, right? Being grateful for what already are blessings, what already you are fulfilled and happy in, okay? Instead of focusing on what you do not have, which is creating this spirit or characteristics is kind of engaging or igniting the fire of the ego, right? The lack mentality. You have to counteract that with really focusing on consciousness. And consciousness, the true expression of consciousness is gratitude. And so, it's difficult for a lot of people to express gratitude for something that they don't have yet, because you can do that. You can express gratitude for having the thing, for being in alignment or having the intention of creating that thing. You can do that, but that's an advanced skill set. What you can do, most certainly though, is to be grateful for what you do have, the things that you do enjoy, the things that you feel are in alignment with your higher self, right? With your desires, because all of life is not bad. In fact, most of life, when you are looking at it from the perspective of consciousness, is positive, is beautiful. You just have to practice that skill of looking through that lens of consciousness in order for you to recognize those things. So see the beauty, the alignments, the joy in aspects of your life that are aligned with consciousness, right? It may be a relationship. It may be a pet, right? It may be the car you drive. It may be the job you have. It may be your health. It may be having a friend, right? It may be various things, and it could be down to the smallest thing possible. Just being self-aware, just recognizing consciousness can be a very powerful mechanism and tool for you to own that expression and feeling of gratitude. When you get into all those things and you layer them up on top of one another, the things that you're grateful for, that allows you to pull back this urgency of the ego, right? That is trying to force things and make things happen faster. Recognize that when you are moving or you are desiring something, wanting something, and you are so concerned with speed and you cannot be patient with it, recognize that you are more likely to make mistakes. You're more likely to stumble along the way. You're more likely to trip along your path. Because remember, you don't really know where the path is going. You don't really know what is on the path, right? It's like running around the track, but yet the track has various obstacles in it and you can't see them until they show up. So if you're running at 100% at top speed along this track, you're going to be tripping, you're going to fall. But if you are taking a moment to take each step, recognizing that the step in itself is a blessing, recognizing that once you place your foot on that pavement, you are secure, you are complete, that represents all the things that are beautiful, that are in alignment, that are fitting, right, to who you are, then you can confidently take the next step and then the next step. But don't force or pressure yourself to do things at rapid speed, right? In a rapid pace, because you're more likely to make more mistakes. Those mistakes, though we can look at all mistakes as lessons, those are lessons that you can avoid simply by being patient. And you gain a skill of patience by recognizing that you have certain things in place that are absolutely flawless and you wouldn't change even if somebody paid you $1 million to do so. So understanding that gratitude, being grateful for what you have now, is a thing that is going to allow you to pull back that urge to want to be impatient, right? That urge of urgency and trying to have things now, okay? Or as soon as possible. Because the thing that's going to have you moving that fast is going to actually pull you further away and delay the process of you creating that thing, of you attracting that thing, materializing that thing. So understand the bottom line here is to, instead of focusing solely on what you want, take that energy and focus it on what you have. And that gratitude will allow you to be patient and secure in what it is that you're doing to create the desire that you have set forth. And with that, it will secure you in a space where you are more comfortable and confident and walking in faith as to creating what it is that you desire and recognizing that it is meant to happen in due time. You just have to be patient. So gratitude is the key to patience. Always be grateful. You can be grateful for what you have. You can also be grateful for what you are creating. But the gratitude in itself is the thing that's going to calm down that urgency, that sense of impatience, and thus allow you to really be in the process, but in a space where you are complete, where you are confident, where you are in a space where nothing can sway you from the path. Because many times when we are impatient, we are jumping from one thing to the next. We're jumping to what we think we can do faster or what we can create faster. And we're not confident in the path, in the direction that we are meant to go, because we're not following consciousness. We're following the ego's urge to do something fast, to do something that appears to be effortless. So be patient by practicing gratitude, and that gratitude will support you in creating the thing that you desire, which is in alignment with your consciousness. Thank you so much. Feel free to go to drabundant.com, subscribe to my daily newsletter, and feel free to come join me at the Monday Manifestation Morning Meetings live on YouTube at 7 a.m. every Monday. Continue to join me on this journey. Peace and abundance always.